Alright, welcome back everyone, it's your Code King Zaf here. It is time to finally get some good news coming into the game. Yes, that's right, we got a recent change to LENNART NIERMANN based on the patch notice here, and this change is essentially a buff, making him much stronger than before. Yes, that's right, and that's not giving him more stats, it's fixing some bugs he had on his kit, which is pretty commonplace nowadays, where when hunters are released, they have some bugs, making them weaker than he should be. In this case, when it came to LENNART NIERMANN, when it came to his basic skills, they would not get buffs from specific hunters, such as Goto and also Hansame. For example, when it came to Goto, LENNART NIERMANN would not get the arrogance buff when it came to his basic skills, which was not ideal. Essentially, when he used a skill, it would initially get the buff, but when it came to his damage over time, because when it comes to LENNART NIERMANN, as you know, his skills last for a very long time. Essentially, the basic skill bonus damage would only apply to the initial cast, but not every single dot of damage you see right there, which was not ideal, because, well, when it came to LENNART NIERMANn, he has a lot of skills that do damage over time, right? So we did want those buffs being applied. The same thing happened with Hansame, where her bonus did not apply to him when it came to her passive, the breath bonus, where the basic skill damage bonus would not apply to every single dot on his skill. So let's jump in and test that. I do want to see did the devs fix them or not, because, well, in the past, sometimes the devs do mention that a hunter does get fixed, and well, we could say they didn't. So let's jump in, let's test that we know for a fact whether or not LENNART NIERMANN is buffed or if he's weaker. And I do want to give a quick shout out to the Big Kahuna and also Andrea Playtis, the first commenters on 2 videos. Here are your shouts and enjoy those juicy Discord rolls, of course. And I should mention there was one more issue when it came to LENNART NIERMANN's A3 advancement. That has been fixed, so it is actually confirmed in the game and it works out fine. It's a bit harder to show this one, but I can confirm it does work, so let's see if LENNART NIERMANN does get those basic skill damage buffs. Now, to jump in and test this, it's actually not too hard to do, I'll show you. Essentially, we're going to jump in, use LENNART NIERMANN and also Goto. In one run, we're just going to have LENNART NIERMANN deal his damage, and the other, we'll use Goto and get his buffs applied. That way we can see does our damage increase when it comes to the damage over time, or does it remain the same, which would mean that he is not fixed. So let's see what happens right here. I am hoping for the best, right? I mean, surely the developers will give us a fix when it came to a skip. Otherwise, well, it wouldn't be good news, okay? So let's jump in here. I'm gonna apply the arrogance buff by spamming our Q right here. I'm trying not to break the Scorpo here, so I'm gonna use that and get it applied really quick. Boom, boom, boom. So arrogance is applied. Let's use LENNART here and use his Q, for example, and we're gonna watch the damage over time. So we have 18, 18, 18. You see that? We have a lot of 18,000 damages being applied over and over again. That is his damage over time. So let's exit out and try it one more time, but this time just using LENNART and not applying the arrogance bonus. Very important. And I do want to show you when it came to Goto, that's essentially the only buff we got on LENNART, just so I can confirm that we're not getting any other buffs applied. I'll show you. So watch very carefully. We're going to jump in with Goto. I'm going to use the same 2 skills, but I'm not going to spam our Q just because we do not want the arrogance buff being applied, because if we did that, well, the test wouldn't really work out. So I'm going to use one skill right here, dash out Q, 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 not get it applied. Then I'm going to switch to LENNART here and use a skill and watch the damage over time there. It is 15,000, 15,000, 15,000, which is less. That means we are getting the buff applied when it comes to Goto's arrogance. But how about Hansame? Good question, because sometimes the devs do fix one thing and they do not fix the next thing in line. So let's test that out as well, because when it comes to a guild boss right now, this could result in some major damage gained. Now, when it comes to Hansame, we just want 2 stacks of the breath bonus, so very simple. We're going to jump in, we're going to swap to her, use those skills, and apply the bonus and see. Does LENNART NIERMANN also get a buff there? Because if he doesn't, well, he is still not fixed, but I'm hopeful. The devs, I think, have a lot to prove now. They really can't mess up going forward. They have to be on the ball every single time. So here we have 1 stack of the breath. Let's switch to LENNART NIERMANN and use one of his skills. Boom. So we use that. We have 20,300 damage, and that's every single tick right there. Very consistent. So let me swap out and use him just by himself and see if our damage is less this time. Hopefully it is. Otherwise, well, we are cooked. Alright, so here comes LENNART. Let's see, do we get any bonuses applied? And we have 16,000, 16,000. Very good. That means we aren't getting any bonus skill damage being applied, which is nice, right? Because when we use this, we do get the breath bonus. And that results in LENNART dealing way more damage, so that is good. That means we are getting the buffs applied to his skills, which is exactly what we wanted. Again, 20,000, 20,000, 19,000, we are good to go. So looks like developers have fixed LENNART, which is exactly what we wanted. And when it comes to the guild boss, yes, you can expect more damage coming in by a decent margin. So if you're kind of jumping in now and doing your guild boss, I can confirm I jumped in, I did a few runs, and the damage difference was actually not too bad. We got a nice bonus because when it comes to LENNART, he is getting that bonus from both Handsome and Goto, the arrogance bonus and the breath bonus, increasing his basic skill damage, which is essentially one of his main damage sources. When it comes to LENNART, his skills deal so much damage. I mean, boom, 7,300%, and this skill here, boom, 3,900%, and his ultimate by itself, I mean, come on, boom, 8,500%. So right now when it comes to LENNART NIERMANN, he is a very good hunter to summon for, but you have to remember, we saw those collab banners coming out. We have 5 hunters to be released, and one of them is a wind DPS or support unit. We're not too sure just yet. I believe it is her. She's going to be wielding this weapon right over here. If I can find it, boom, this weapon. And I mean, a sword on a support unit, usually, right? Usually, that means a damage dealing DPS unit, but I wouldn't say with certainty they're going to be DPS because that would be insane. That would be like... That would be probably the most dirty move a developer could make, where they have their Reese Hunter get outclassed instantly by a collaboration unit. So no, don't worry. I think right now we are safe just by seeing how strong LENNART is. When it came to Guild Boss, he is doing so, and I mean so much damage. The last time we did a guild boss using a win team with LENNART on it, we dealt 14.6 billion damage, and nowadays this number here is much less than what we can expect right now, because LENNART NIERMANN is very, very strong now. The recent fixes to him made a world of difference, so when it comes to the brand new collaboration hunters coming out, you can wait. I believe they do come out in either a week or 2. We should have at least 1 week left on LENNART's banner, so you'll be good to go. We are getting 5 hunters, 2 first, and then 3 more. So these are groupings, right? We get these 2 first, and then these 3 right after. Get ready for it, everyone. I'm hoping for major rewards, major freebies, at least A3 of every single collaboration hunter. You know how good that would be? That way they would get more exposure as hunters we use, everyone would be happy, and honestly that marble would keep us satisfied after the recent, debacles going around. So we'll see what happens there. When it comes to LENNART, at least, he is fixed, and the recent patch does reflect this. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you jump in and drop your like, and do subscribe as well. That way I do know you want to see more content like this. But on that note, this is your Code King Zaf signing out. I'll see you in the next juicy video, of course.